For this week's edition of Throwback Thursday, we are throwing it back to NBA 2K7 to rebuild the Seattle Supersonics. Here we go, man. Let's jump right into the Association throwback to when it was actually called the Association and there wasn't no My League, no My GM. The only things that I am going to turn off are preseason games and owner firing. Preseason games, I don't really see a reason why I should play preseason games. And then owner firing, I don't want a chance of getting fired at all during this video. And the team, I have said it, you have seen it, and here it is on the screen, the Seattle Sonics, 73 overall, 79 offense, and 59 on defense. His focus is to win games, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. But the first moves of Season 1 that I will be making is signing these two power forwards, Tom Gugliotta and Rodney Rogers. I know that Rodney Rogers played with Dikembe in Denver, but I have never heard of this dude ever in my life. But we are going to go ahead and sign both of these power forwards to contracts. And you're probably saying, why are you signing them to contracts? Well, you know, perfect reason for this. If we go to the roster and we go over to the power forward position, it's not really looking too great. So right now I will go ahead and release Danny Fortson, and let's just release, I don't know, let's just release Chris Wilcox, since that is $7 million that I do not want to pay. So basically this is my plan for this team, I guess. So, you know, obviously small forward, we are set with Rashard Lewis. Shooting guard, we are set with Ray Allen. Luke Ridnour is a free agent at the end of this year, so I might look to trade him for a rookie or someone like that. Also, Earl Watson, I might want to trade him for another backup that is cheaper. And then I really would like to upgrade the center position, considering our starting center is only a 71 overall. In the first trade of today's video, we will be trading this Sene dude, a first-round pick next year, and Nick Collison for Patrick O'Brien and this Brown person. I totally did not even look at his name, but let's see if the Warriors will accept this trade, and they still decline the trade. Are you kidding me? They still decline the trade. You know what? This year's first-round pick, let's just do it, and they do end up accepting the trade. Now, first of all, I have never heard of Patrick O'Brien, but the dude is a 74 overall. He's like 20 years old, so he is only going to get better. Here's how the team is looking. We are not looking too bad. And then this Brown dude is a 66 overall. I only got him just to clear some cap on their part, on their team's part. So really with point guard, I mean, I guess I'm fine with them. I will wait until the trade deadline to see what I can do with them. Center, we did just get, I believe, our center of the future, Patrick O'Brien, 7 foot from Bradley. He is 20 years old. These aren't voice cracks. I don't know what they are. I think I just need to stop talking for a week, because I feel like my voice is kind of just dead right now. Power forward, we are good. 277 overalls. Then we got Rashard Lewis and Damian Wilkins, and then this Devin Brown guy, and then Ray Allen. Actually, real quick, I'm going to go to free agents, and I'm going to sign Glenn Robinson. You know what? I'm going to sign Glenn Robinson. Why? Because I can. And then, while I'm at it, Latrell Sprewell, welcome to the Sonics. Just don't, choke our coach? So after about 3 minutes of deciding whether or not this is actually a trade that I want to do, Luke Ridnour, my second-round pick, I think this year or next year, and Glenn Robinson for Raymond Felton. Okay, so the reason why I am doing this trade, Raymond Felton, as the trade has been accepted. Raymond Felton, if you guys didn't know, back in 2K7, this dude was an 80 overall. Okay, so just looking at this, we are fine at point guard for the next 4 or 5 years. If I even decide to go 4 or 5 years. I mean, simulations go by really fast in past 2K games, but we are stuck with Damian Wilkins being our backup 3. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the free agents and hope that there's someone here. Scott Padgett, 74 overall. No thanks. Alright, straight up, Damian Wilkins for Mike Dunleavy. Let's see if the Golden State Warriors will accept this trade, and they do end up declining. What if I included this year's second-round pick, and they do end up accepting the trade? Now, Mike Dunleavy, yes, I think he is the same. No, he is 1 overall point better, but he is on a 5-year, $7 million contract, which is basically $35 million. Didn't really realize how much money that was when I traded for him. I might trade him in the offseason, who knows, but he is 27 years old, so he definitely will progress into something a lot better. Now, this is how the new and improved team is looking. We got Raymond Felton as our starting point guard. Starting five is still the exact same. Then off the bench, we pretty much still have the same guys, except Mike Dunleavy is now, the fourth guy off the bench. But, I mean, really, other than that, these four guys really aren't going to be playing. Here at the All-Star break, this is how the standings are. Let's go to the playoff picture. Currently, the Heat are the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And yes, I know that we aren't in the Eastern Conference, but it's just interesting. Oh, man, we're 26 and 26. We are currently one game out of that 8th spot, and we are, 2.5 games, or 2.5 games out of the 7th spot. Honestly, I feel like we can definitely make a push to be the 4th best team in the West, but it all depends on how we do in the second half of the season. At the end of season number 1, Dwayne Wade does end up winning the MVP award. Rudy Gay wins Rookie of the Year. Carlos Boozer wins 6th Man of the Year, backing up, I believe, AK-47. Sean Marion wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Dan DeGao wins Most Improved Player. Never heard of him before in my life. And then here are your All-NBA teams. I'm searching for Sonics players, not seeing any Sonics players, and it's looking like we have nobody except for Patrick O'Brien. There he is on the All-Rookie first team. I can't see his player card on the year. And then there's your All-Rookie second team. And the Coach of the Year is Mike D'Antoni, as the Suns go 66 and 16, good up for first in the Western Conference. Here are our player stats on the year, and as you can see, we were obviously led by Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis, but look at Raymond Felton contributing 11 points with 6 rebounds, or 6 assists, with 1 steal, also 2 turnovers. Patrick O'Brien on the year, he did make the All-Rookie first team, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, half a steal, and 2 blocks, so definitely a great year for him. And then there are the rest of the team. Now, I'm not going to tell you if we made the playoffs or not, but I kind of have to because I can't show you the standings. So, we're just going to go right into the playoff tree, and there we go. We did end up with the 4th best record in the Western Conference. I called it. I said that. I feel like we could be the 4th best team in the Western Conference, and that's exactly what ended up happening. But if we win this series, we are taking on the #1 seeded Phoenix Suns, and we are probably going to end up losing that series, to be honest. So here we go, round number 1. We are taking on the Houston Rockets, as they do win both games in Seattle. They win game 3 in Houston, and we just got swept. Okay, so let's just see who wins the rest. Actually, first of all, let's check out the Rockets roster. Let's see, who do they even have? Oh, okay, this is why we lost. T-Mac, Yao, Shane Battier, Rafer Alston, Juwan Howard. This is why we lost. Okay, well, when you have T-Mac and Yao Ming, you can't really do a whole lot about it. Let's see who ends up winning the NBA championship here in season number 1. I'm going to say it's the Suns, and the Denver Nuggets end up winning the NBA Finals, as Carmelo Anthony is your Finals MVP. This is the only free agency signing that I will be making, considering we are like -6 mil in the cap, and we are getting Pendrick Kirkins here on the team. Yes, I do realize he is a 72 overall, but he's 23. He will progress to be something great, and he does end up accepting our offer. By the way, here is the rest of the free agent class. It is led by Josh Howard and Jamal Magloire. I think that's how you say his name. Not really too sure. Brevin Knight, Jerry Stackhouse, PJ Brown, Raul Lopez, Jalen Rose, and really just players that aren't really in the league. There is Luke Walton. I mean, I could try to get Luke Walton. Actually, I'm not going to get Luke Walton. Sorry, fam, but just no thank you. So, taking a look at the roster. Point guard, we are definitely okay. I'm definitely fine with that. Shooting guard, we are definitely fine at. Shooting guard, small forward, maybe I can get a better small forward. Maybe I can trade for LeBron. Who knows what can happen. Power forward, I mean, I guess we're fine. And then center, we did just get our new backup center, so I don't really need to have Robert Swift on the team. And of course, I need to keep 12 players on the team, so I will probably just end up trying to trade those guys for just like second-round draft picks. Let's see if the Houston Rockets will accept this trade. We got Mike Dunleavy and a second-round pick for Shane Battier, and they do end up declining it. Well, let's just include next year's first-round pick, and the trade has been accepted. Welcome to Seattle, Shane Battier. He is now our new backup 3. So now the new and improved starting lineup, not really new and improved, it's just kind of the same exact starting 5, but we do have Shane Battier being the second guy off of the bench. Really no changes with the lineup except the fact that I need to release the centers if I can, and of course I need to keep 12 players on the team. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to free agents and I'm just going to sign some guys like George Lynch. Ooh, yo, okay. So we actually have some small forwards here, and I'm actually going to just sign some small forwards real quick. George Lynch, welcome to the team, and then just give me, I don't want another small forward, and these guys are making too much money. Keith Van Horn, okay, he's also a small forward. Let me just go ahead and get Austin Crozier. Yes, Austin Crozier, let's bring you to Seattle. Now, thank goodness I can finally release Robert Swift and Johan Petro. It's about damn time. And, I mean, the team is not looking bad whatsoever. Small forward, we are fine. Shooting guard, we're fine. Point guard, we're fine. Center, I mean, yes, I would like to have a better backup center, but Pendrick Kirkins, he will definitely improve, I hope, this season. And then we are set with our 3 small forwards. Let's go ahead and simulate to the trade deadline, or just the day after the All-Star game, and let's just see what happens. Hopefully I don't have to make any trades and we can be in a great position to win the NBA championship in season number 2. So I'm here at the trade deadline, and we are getting rid of Austin Crozier and Rodney Rogers for Sean May and Jay Mikud. Let's just go with that last name. And the Bobcats do end up declining my trade. What if I included a second-round pick? They still end up declining the trade. I'm going to put in another first-round pick, and they're going to accept it. Yes, they do. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Sean May. I don't know if he's an auto-generated player. I have no idea. But this dude is 24 years old, 75 overall. He's only going to get better. He's on a 2-year deal. Like, this is an obvious move for me to make, and I'm very glad that I did end up just making that move. Yes, our front court is very, very young with Patrick O'Brien, Pendrick Kirkins, and Sean May, but like, I mean, the team is still fine, all right? The team is still fine. We got nothing to be worried about except I want to get rid of this guy. Just kidding. I can't. He's from France. Don't really want him. But, I mean, it is what it is. Here is how we are doing here at the All-Star break. We are currently the 7th best team in the Western Conference. Well, at least we have a winning record, and at least we are in the playoff picture, unlike last season. I'm going to say that, once again, we can be the 4th best team in the Western Conference during the second half of the year. Well, we can make those improvements in the second half of the year to be the 4th best team in the Western Conference. At the end of season number 2, Dwayne Wade does end up winning back-to-back MVP awards, actually having a better year this year than he did last year. Adrian Oliver does end up winning the Rookie of the Year, auto-generated player, small forward, 24 years old, and he is on the Minnesota Timberwolves. There are his numbers on the year. Devin Harris does win the 6th Man of the Year instead of the MVP award that he did win in my NBA 2K10 throwback rebuilding the Golden State Warriors video. If you have not checked that out already, make sure to go check that out. Sean Marion, once again for the 2nd straight season, wins the Defensive Player of the Year award. And Maurice Ager wins the Most Improved Player. I have never heard of this dude in my life, but like he averaged basically 11 more points than he did last season. This is like the definition of the Most Improved Player. And then here are your All-NBA teams. Show me Ray Allen. Show me Rashard Lewis. They're not there. Okay. Well, Brad Miller. Brad Miller made an All-NBA 3rd team. All right, y'all. Okay. The All-Defensive First team, I'm not really expecting anybody to make the All-Defensive teams, and same with the All-Rookie teams. So, none of our players get recognized, but we did end up making the playoffs. That's what I like to see. Totally didn't see who the Coach of the Year was. That's on me, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's either Mike D'Antoni or it's the Pacers coach, which I'm pretty sure was Rick Carlisle. So, that is the East playoff tree, and we actually finished with the 7th best record in the Western Conference. We were actually 5th, like 5, 6, and 7, 3-way tie for 5th going into the last game of the season, but I think we lost, and then both of those teams won, so that is how we are the 7th best team in the Western Conference. Here we go. Actually, wait a minute. Let me show you guys the stats real quick. I think it's season stats. Here it is. Ray Allen averaged 24 points on the year. Rashard Lewis 21. Raymond Felton, man, 14 points, basically 10 assists with 2 steals. That is very impressive. Latrell Sprewell, 11 points per game at 38 years old. Patrick O'Brien, 8.5 points with about 9.5 rebounds. And here's the rest of the team. I am ready to get out of the first round. Do I think it'll happen? No, not really. I mean, like, just like being honest, I just do not think that it will happen. Here's who is on the Rockets team here in season number 2. We did trade Mike Dunleavy to them at the beginning of season 2, so let's see which team comes out on top. Let's see if we can end up advancing out of the first round. They do win game 1 in Houston. Ooh, okay, we win game 2 in Houston. That is nice to see. We are up 2 games to 1. Let's go up 3-1. Just kidding. 2-2. Can we win game 5? Can we win game 5? Yes, we can. 3 games to 2. And let's advance to the second round. That's what I'm talking about. We finally get out of the second round. And we are taking on the Utah Jazz here in the second round. So, who is on the Jazz roster? Who is on the Jazz roster? I know that they have AK-47 and they have Boozer. Let's see. AK-47 is a 90 overall. They have Mehmet Okur, Carlos Boozer, Delonte West, LeBron's father. They got Darren Williams, Guy Wheeler, Rafer Alston. Yo, they are stacked at the point guard position. I should have traded with them season 1. But, I mean, other than that, their team is not really too scary. Starting point guard, obviously, is Delonte West. But, like, we definitely have the advantage at the shooting guard. Almost at a small forward. I mean, like, Rashard Lewis is like an 88 overall, but power forward, they're pretty stacked there. And then center, oh boy, we are going to eat them up alive. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. If I say that one more time, I think I need to, like, trademark that. Oh, 2-0, 2-0. Let's go 3-3-0. Let's sweep them. Let's sweep the Utah Jazz. Let's sweep the Utah Jazz. Let's sweep the Utah Jazz. And, of course, we're taking on the Phoenix Suns, right? Yep, of course. Whoa, man, look at this. It is Pistons and Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pistons, obviously, with Ben Wallace. Actually, Ben Wallace is on the Bulls, I think. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we could check out the Pistons team. Why not? They got Chauncey. They got Rip Hamilton. They got Tayshaun, Antonio McDyess, Rasheed Wallace, and Nazir Muhammad. But we are taking on the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference Finals. Steve Nash is their starting point guard. And I totally just went to the Timberwolves. Okay, shooting guard, we definitely have them beat there. Small forward, they have the 2-time defending Defensive Player of the Year award winner in Sean Marion. Power forward, they got Boris Diaw, and then Amari Stoudemire is a 98 overall. Oh, man, we're screwed. All right, game 1, we are in Phoenix. Okay, listen, I just want to steal 1 game in Phoenix. That's all I want to do. And, of course, they win game 1. I can't even I actually can check the box score. We only lost by 3, okay? We only lost by 3, so we can definitely hang with this team and beat them. We won game 2 in Phoenix. Let's win game 3 in Seattle. Let's do it 2-1. Let's go 3-1. 3-1. 3. Damn. Man, I really thought we could go 3-1. We end up losing by 7. We scored 40 in the fourth quarter, but we allowed them to score 31 in the second while we score 18. That's definitely not going to get it done. Okay, this is huge. Game 5 on the road. Can we win it? No, we can't. No, we can't. We end up losing by 19, and it's not really looking too great. The Cavs take the 3-2 series lead against the Pistons, and we got to win this game if we want to stay alive, and we get eliminated. Man, we end up losing by 7 at home. That is very disappointing, but hey, this team just took the first-seeded Phoenix Suns to 6 games when a lot of people, of course, I'm like talking like real world. A lot of people probably thought that like we were gonna get swept, and you guys probably thought that like we were gonna get swept. I thought we were going to get swept. And speaking of the Suns, they do end up winning the NBA championship actually not for the second year in a row. Actually, I think because the Nuggets won it last year. The Suns win their first ever NBA championship, I do believe, and Sean Marion is your finals MVP. 22 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals with 2.5 blocks. Alright, so last season I really could not make any huge free agency signings because all the guys I wanted too much money. Well, Chris Webber, 35 years old. As you see, we have negative $10 million in cap. but I can sign him to the exception, and we're definitely going to do so. Chris Webber, welcome to Seattle. He is now our new starting power forward, and this season is going to be great. All right, so Vince Carter, obviously we can't get him. Really, I'm just checking to see if I can get guys that want like for example, Antonio McDyess, 76 overall, he wants 780K. Real quick though, I'm just gonna check the roster and see what we need. Once again, point guard, we are fine. Shooting guard, we are fine. I might want to trade Latrell Sprewell for someone better. Who knows? Small forward, I feel like we are definitely fine. Maybe I can trade George Lynch and Shane Battier for like an 83 or 84 overall small forward. Power forward, like we got Sean May and Chris Webber. And then at center, we got Pendrick Perkins and Patrick O'Brien. I might want to get a better center. I don't really know what's happening with the centers in free agency. Hey, look! It's Seung Jin Ha! I think he was in 2K10. No. Actually, maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. I don't remember. But I'm not going to sign him because he's a 64 overall. Okay, what do we got going on here? We don't really have anything going on in the power forward spot. Luol Deng, I would love to bring you here, but I do not have enough money to bring you to Seattle. There was this guy right here, Ryan Gomes. I could see if he wants to come here, and of course, I don't have enough money for him. And then my last attempt at signing a small forward, because I don't want to bore you guys with me talking, is Byron Russell. I believe the guy that MJ pushed off of in Game 6 of the finals. So he does end up accepting the offer, and really the only reason why I signed him is so he can be a trade piece, so we can get a better backup small forward. So after about 10 minutes of trying to trade players and trying to get players, it just really wasn't working out. So you know what? I am just gonna keep this team going into season 3, and depending on how this season goes, I might go on to a season 4. Who knows, man? But here we go. Point guard position. Raymond Felton is an 88 overall, and he's only 24 years old. Definitely going to be keeping him on the team, obviously. And we are definitely fine at the point guard position. Shooting guard, we got Latrell Sprewell, and we got Ray Allen. Small forward, we are stacked at that position. Small forward, we got Sean May and Chris Webber. And then at the center position, we got Patrick O'Brien and Pendrick Perkins. Let's go ahead and simulate to the trade deadline. And shout out to the All-Star game being on a Wednesday. Man, look at Dwayne Wade winning his 3rd straight MVP award. He's starting to look like Kevin Durant in NBA 2K16. William K does win the Rookie of the Year, point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks. Donovan Wolf wins the 6th Man of the Year. I'm pretty sure he is an auto-generated player. If not, then I've never heard of him before in my life. Andre Kirilenko wins the Defensive Player of the Year, ending Sean Marion's run at winning that award. Davos Cephalosha wins the Most Improved Player, averaging 15.5 points on the Chicago Bulls. Then here are your All-NBA and All-Defensive teams. Raymond Felton makes the All-NBA second team. It's about damn time someone from our team made an All-NBA team. And that's basically it. Oh, Raymond Felton. Raymond Felton is the best player in the NBA. Just kidding, totally not. But he does end up making the All-NBA second team. All-Defensive second team, excuse me. And then the Coach of the Year is Willard Osborne, as the Grizzlies go 51-31. And I think they finished with the 2nd best record in the West, but I'm not too sure about that. Here are our player stats on the season. Ray Allen did lead our team in scoring, but look at Raymond Felton, man. Almost 15 points, almost 11 assists with 2 steals and only 2.5 turnovers. Definitely a great year for him. Chris Webber, we signed him in the offseason. He comes in and contributes greatly. 14 points with 7.5 rebounds. And then Latrell Sprewell, our 6th man, averaged 10 points on the year. Listen, man, I'm ready to win the NBA championship. We proved that we could hang with the team that ended up winning the NBA championship. And we are the 4th best team in the Western Conference. We were tied with the Rockets, and we ended up beating them in our last game of the year to get that 4 spot. And if we win, we have another date with the Phoenix Suns. Let's go ahead and win this series. Let's win this series. We do win game 1 in Seattle. We don't win game 2. I think this is like the 3rd straight postseason that we have faced the Rockets, and I'm really sick and tired of them. And we are going to dispose of this team in 5 games. Oh my god, the Mavericks. Mavericks, please, Mavericks. The Mavericks just beat the Suns. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you so much, LD. Thank you, 2K Gods. Oh man, life is great. Life is really, really great. Okay, so we do win game 1 against the Mavericks. That's good. Okay, I thought that we ended up losing that game. first of all, here who's on the Rockets team. I didn't really show you because I didn't think that there were really too many changes, and that's the case. And now we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks, led by obviously Dirk Nowitzki, who is a 93 overall. They got Jason Terry, Devin Harris, Desagna Diop. They got Maurice Agger, Anthony Johnson. Yeah, we can definitely beat this team. So we did win game 1 at home in Seattle. Can we win game 2? No, we can't. Once again, tied at 1 game apiece, but we do end up winning game 3. And no, we don't win game 4. It is tied at 2 apiece. This game is huge, and we do end up winning it in Seattle. Let's see if we can close it out on the road. And of course we don't. I hate game 7s. I really hate game 7s. And we're on to the Western Conference Finals, and we're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Wow, in the East, it is Heat Pacers. Like, this is like the prequel to the rivalry that happened from like 2011 to 2014. So, beat the Heat, go Pacers, but we are taking on the Memphis Grizzlies, led by Rudy Gay. I know that much, but I don't really know who else is on their team. I think they have Luol Deng, not really too sure. Pau Gasol's a 95 overall. They got Rudy Gay, Luol Deng, Mike Miller, Eddie Jones, Hakeem Warwick, Leandro Barbosa, Brian Cardinal. Oh my God. Kyle Lowry, he is a 72 overall, and he's on the Grizzlies. Listen, honestly, I feel like we can beat this team in 7 games to advance to the NBA Finals. I think that can happen. We do end up winning game 1 in Memphis. Let's win game 2, and then let's win game 3. Never mind. Okay, 2-1, 2-1. No big deal. No big deal, right? 3-1, and let's go to the NBA Finals. Let's go to the NBA Finals, and let's take on the Indiana Pacers. What other way is it for me to face my favorite team in the NBA to win the NBA championship? All right, and this is the final season, all right? Like, we accomplished our goal of making the NBA Finals. I don't care if we win it or not, but we got to go up against Jermaine O'Neal, Danny Granger, Al Harrington, Steven Jackson, Marquise Daniels, Jamal Tinsley, Jeff Foster. You know what? The only player I'm worried about is Jermaine O'Neal going up against Chris Webber, because Chris Webber's a little bit on the old side, but I do have full confidence in our team to pull this out. Here we go, men. The second best team in the Eastern Conference versus the 4th best team in the Western Conference. Let's see who will come out on top. Game 1 in Seattle, we end up losing. Okay, game 2, we do win game 2. Let's win game 3 in Indy. Let's win game 3. Let's win game 3 in Indy. Let's win game 4. 3-1. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just show you these box scores real quick, because I'm very excited and I can't even see the other games. Why can't I see the other games? 2K, can I see the other games? No. Alright, so I can't see the other games, but we won game 4 by 6 points, and let's just cap this off with an NBA Finals victory in Indiana. Just kidding, just kidding. You know what? It's always a lot sweeter to win it on your home floor, and that's exactly what we do. 4-2. We end up beating the Indiana Pacers. We won a championship in 3 seasons. That's what I'm talking about. And we just won the NBA championship. Your Finals MVP is Raymond Felton, man. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 2.5 steals, no blocks, 3 turnovers, and shot like 46% from the field. Here are the 2 players on our team that are retiring. We got George Lynch and Byron Russell. They do end up retiring with a ring, and wow, Greg Popovich retires in like the year 2009. Here is our final roster. Actually, real quick, let me just show you guys the box score. So if I can, I don't even think I can, to be honest. So we ended up losing game 1 by 2 points, but then we won game 2 by 5. We won game 3 by 12, won game 4 by 6, lost game 5 by 8, but then won at home by 11, 99-88. Here is the final championship roster, led by Ray Allen, Raymond Felton, Rashard Lewis, Chris Webber, Latrell Sprewell, Patrick O'Brien, Shane Battier, Sean May, Earl Watson, Pendrick Kirkins, and also the 2 players that did retire. I totally can't even remember their name now. Pretty sure it was George Russell and someone else. Totally can't remember, but you guys know exactly who those players are because I showed you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you guys did enjoy. Let me know down in the comment section which team you would like me to rebuild next. Also, make sure to go vote in the poll in the description for which 2K game I should throw it back to for next week's Throwback Thursday video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.